Is it visible?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's visible, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chaudhary ji and Roji for nice introduction. And it is very such a proud feeling to be Kaitian, and it is always this good feeling is always with me. I have devoted approximately 8 years of my research and publication and teaching life in Kite campus. Uh, now today this topic of our discussion is research publication do's and don'ts. We know research publication is very important part of our teaching and learning, and in the publication of first we need to know what to do, how to write a good paper, and how to write, means what to write first, to identify what I should write, and then how to write, right? So in this writing, let's see what are the steps. What are the steps? uh, this paper writing, paper writing first needs choosing a topic. You should have a topic. Choosing a topic seems very, very small step, but let me tell you that this step is the most crucial part of this paper writing. Though there is a no unique way to choose the topic, but yes, it should be that topic should be from one of the of your interest. If you want to write a paper, you should have at least some deep interest in the topic, right? If not the knowledge, and if you're having interest and knowledge both in the field, then you can do much better. So what to do? What are the possible ways? See, as I told you that there is no unique way, but here are some guidelines. Listen some lectures on the topic of your interest, and then read some papers like IEEE conferences, journals, elsewhere, Springer, etc. Very good publications. Then go to library. This part sometimes we miss, but this library is a very rich source of this search or hunt for good topic, because there are many reports, old reports are there, like MTech and PhD reports, and even BTech reports, and they have some identified future scope of the work. you know Normally many times, reports are made, it is kept in library, it is uh, put it in the shelf also, but normally we do not go to visit those reports, though it has a number of identified future scope of the previous already done work, and that is from the BTech, MTech and PhD reports. At the last of every report, it is obligatory for every BTech, MTech and PhD student. Even in BTech, group of students do the same project, but it is mandatory for all of them with conclusion and you need to identify some future scope. So from there also you can pick a very good topic, and then if you follow these steps, at least you will converse with some topic of your interest, right? Identify some topic that you understand the most, and this is the most crucial step, as I already told you that it is the most crucial because it is going to decide how much you are, how deep you are going to into the topic to contribute with a researcher. So give sufficient time to explore before finalizing your topic. And sometimes problems are lying there for years and years, and nobody take a cognizance, and or sometimes it seems to extension seems very difficult, but it is miraculous. For example, here is an example I normally give, like K1 K6 model. That power system people are very much aware. That is K16 model of synchronous machine that was first developed and reported in American Institute of Electrical Engineers in 1952, and that was regarding effect of modern amplidyne voltage regulator on underexcited operation of large turbine generator. Basically, it was a linearized model of of the uh, alternator, and it was developed in 1952. But the same model, it was used and reported in thousands of the papers for almost a half century. And in 1999, Professor Sanjay Roy of IIT Delhi, that time, now he is in IIT Ropar, a professor, very renowned and very good professor, that he published a paper on influence of amateur winding on stabilizer design requirements for damping local oscillation of a generator. What he did, normally people were ignoring the damper binding, right? And they were actually including that nonlinear model of damper winding. It was becoming a little difficult. It was not very simple because in one model, one element inclusion means K1 to K6 are elements, and it used to affect the calculation very much. But he did it, and let me tell you, it was a very nice paper, very nice paper, very well explained. And sometimes we used to explain in the class also, but while uh, uh, using it in the research paper, people were ignoring, and he did it. And the first time he modeled the damper winding and changed the perspective on the topic, like this, in very papers, very simple papers, large number of very good problems align. It needs a very deep listening and analysis of the problem, of the previous research works. Then identification of a problem. First best step will be to simulate the work and reproduce the result. Once you identified that yes, this is the uh, topic on which I would like to write paper, then take some papers on those that topic, and simulate the same earlier work done by any paper you take, and simulate same work to reproduce the result. It means same platform and same mathematical model you need to take. Otherwise the result may vary, even will limited. It will not be, you will not be able to validate it. So first it needs to be, and then during this whole process, you will learn a lot on the topic. And once you simulate, then analyze the data analyze the result and each step very carefully. You will probably get your problem for the next step in the above steps only, right? You need to have knowledge. Yes, you need to have knowledge of some simulation software, but better first you simulate on the same platform, whatever means just repeat that problem, because that when problems are reported in the paper, they are much simplified. Many hidden steps are there. You need to learn those steps. So unless you simulate yourself, you may not be able to understand those hidden steps, or this purposely left very small steps. And once you simulate that problem, then next step is that simulate and analyze your own problem. Then you change the problem, right? Change the problem but not the platform. Then you change the problem only, right? Using same platform, same software, you simulate the same problem. Once problem is identified, you may simulate and find your own results. Analyze the result and draw the conclusions. In this whole process you will need many papers, many references, because of maybe due to very obvious tough equations involved, or the process involved, and you may need to consult on the various issues, various references, and you keep all the papers. Let us say it is a group A of the papers, right? Then confirm the novelty of your part. To confirm the novelty, then you need to search on the topic for the recent work done by the research scholar. Sometimes few things come in the mind, right? Few things come in the mind, and I remember those days of being in the kite, when I was doing my research work. I used to do many independent works, right? Simulation. And once I did one simulation and took it to my supervisor, Professor Dr. N.K. Sharma, sir, and exclaiming, I told him that, sir, yes, today I have got something very new and some very exciting result. And I have never seen it, but I don't know how I found it. And he saw it, and then he said, yeah, very good, it is very good. So I said, sir, I think I should write a paper on this. But then he smiled, and he said that it is not new. It has been, it is known to the people. So then I was surprised. Yeah, it was done by the people, but I did not knew, but I did not know. So it was very exciting knowledge for me. But this is what happens. So you may think that it is very new. It may be exciting because you have learned it first time, but it is not necessary that it is a very novel problem. Maybe some people have already done it. So to confirm it, you need to search for what is called is state of art in the field. Means, so you search the most recent work from the very old, let us say that 1 to 2 decade, and then up to the current state, what has been done in this area, and keep all those relevant papers. And let us say it is group B of the work done on the topic till date. And this group of papers of A plus B will be the reference papers for your own paper, right? That you are planning to write, right? And this novelty must be confirmed. This novelty of your work is very important, because otherwise what will happen, it's paper is work is repeated, and you write, communicate it, and then you find it, yes, it has already been done. So you need to this confirm the novelty. Once it is confirmed, and then next step is to write your own paper, right? You know how to write a paper, means what are the sections. Typically normally the sections are abstract, introduction, mathematical model, simulation, analysis, conclusion, and references. These are the very common sections of a paper, we know, and that you can confirm from seeing few papers. Maybe you can go to visit IEEE transaction section, or IEEE transaction on power system, or IEEE transactions on power delivery, or IEEE conferences, maybe good conferences, and you'll find that, right? Then write it, read it, and then reread it. It is very necessary, because when we write our own paper, it is very common that grammatical mistakes, few steps that we think that I have written it, but in that process of conceptualizing everything, you might have left it, some sections, and that you will be able to identify when you reread it. Take the printout and reread this paper. Then it is better also again to get proofread by someone else, who may be your supervisor, your co-author, or some other experienced expert of the domain. Even your co-author who have worked on the with you on the mathematical modeling and then simulation, etc. Everything. Once you have written, or some part you have written, some other part your co-author have written, it is better to exchange the parts and then proofread the whole paper, right? And then what is next? Is it really a new paper? Your paper have sufficient level of originality? One way was to search for the state of art, but still there is a possibility that something you might have been have missed, or sometimes you have copied someone else's work, some portion of the old papers, old publications you have copied, and unknowingly you have copied much more as compared to the maximum allowed limit. So it is necessary to confirm that whether you have copied something from the earlier publication, right? And copying actually is without this citation. Actually, copying is never allowed, right? So next is, have you given the proper credit to those work in your paper? That is what is called citation, right? So citation is must. You must cite the whatever information if you are taking, some conclusions you are taking from some other paper. You must give the proper credit, and then answer few questions before moving to next step. There are many such questions that you need to answer. First, best way to check the similarity label of your paper using some good software. For example, Turnitin. If similarity of your paper is within allowed maximum limit, you may communicate your paper to publication of your field. And this is what is the do's of your paper. How to write a paper, and then check whether you have done your bit up to the mark or not. And then don'ts in the publication. Don'ts are very important. After do's, after do's, don'ts are very important, and don'ts are actually almost the parts which are normally known as plagiarism, right? Actually, plagiarism includes, actually it is a very broad concept. It should be this plagiarism should always be avoided, right? Now, plagiarism, definition of the plagiarism, it is given by various institutions, various uh, these professional organizations in many ways. Like American Heritage Dictionary of English Language, it defines the plagiarism as a piece of writing that has been copied from someone else and is presented as being your own work. IEEE defines plagiarism as reuse of someone else's prior processes, results, or words without explicitly acknowledging the original author and source. Plagiarism means the practice of taking someone else's work or ideas and passing them as your own. That is the defined by the this Gazette of India Extraordinary, that is by this Ministry of Higher Education in India. What are the labels of misconduct? In IEEE, it categorizes this label of misconduct in four categories. Label 1 pertains to uncredited verbatim copying of full paper or verbatim copying of the major portion, that is more than 50%, or verbatim copying within more than one paper by same authors. Label 2 Level 2 pertains to uncredited verbatim copying of large portion between 20 to 50% are verbatim copying within more than one paper by same authors. Label 3 pertains to uncredited verbatim copying of the individual elements, paragraphs, sentences, illustrations, etc., resulting in significant portion up to 20% within a paper. And label 4 pertains to uncredited improper paraphrasing of the pages or paragraphs. Then label 5 is label 5 that pertains to uh, credited verbatim copying of the major portion of a paper without clear delineation. That is like quotes indents. IEEE has its set steps to handle these misconducts. Maybe it's 1 to 4, whatever. uh, like label of these keys, like when IEEE receives a complaint and acknowledge immediately, editors request the authors to reply. Editors notify the publication staff executive that an inquiry has been undertaken. Office of Publication staff executive notifies this PSPB about the inquiry, and then editor appoints an ad hoc committee to investigate and make a recommendation. Then editors recommend action to PSPB. Then chair inform authors of the editor's recommendation. Authors respond in 30 days. Then no sooner than 30 days, no later than 90 days, means maximum within 90 days. After notifying the authors, the editor's recommendation, PSPB chair will issue a final determination on corrective actions. And then it is published on the website also, and it is communicated to the related authors and everyone concerned, right? This intellectual property right, a right that had a person or a company to have exclusive right to use its own plans, ideas, and other intangible assets without the worry of competition, at least for a specific period of time, maybe like 20 years normally. These rights may include copyright, patents, trademarks, and trade secrets. Like Coca-Cola is best example that is given for the trade secrets. Then this copyright, etc., it has its very simple this definition, and this electronic copyright, how to transfer it is not very, very everyone knows here. Then University Grant Commission, recently they have notified this uh, notification, University Grant Commission Promotion of Academic Integrity and Prevention of Plagiarism in Higher Education Institutes. They also have notified what is plagiarism and how how to curb it. What is the this in all the categories, this what is the, for a particular type of offense, what is the punishment, like action taken. And let me tell you, the this punishment notified by this UGC, it is much this Ministry of Higher Education, it is much more tough than the you know IEEE or any other organization. Then few cases of IEEE plagiarism. Uh, you know these things. Uh, uh, but let me tell you few cases. Like recently, what happened? Like one paper written by Mr. A, Mr. B, and Mr. C, Department of so and so, institute, city, and country. Like this is how case summary is presented, right? Then title of offending paper, and then publication title like this. It is published somewhere, right? These are the offending paper. Then original author, this where Mr. D, E, and F, and they had written some paper, some other paper, and presented or published in some other, some other this conference or some publication. Means it was written somewhere in 2010, and then 2019 it was reported that, oh, they have copied it, right? And then what was the offense? 20 to 50% verbatim copying within a paper. Offending authors reused large section of the text from the original paper. About 50% of the paper was copied, and it constituted label 2 misconduct, right? And this recommendation was made that Mr. A, B, and C prohibited from publishing in all IEEE publications for 3 years. And notice of violation of offending papers in the Explorer, that is also pasted. And this was the case. Then they were notified like this, right? And then there all the all the uh, articles that were in pipeline and in the publication, and they were rejected for this specified duration, right? Means not only that paper, all other publications that were in the process of the publication, that were rejected, right? Then case 2, again this Mr. A, B, and C, some author, some international publication, and they copied from the some other group of authors. The misconduct was that 29% similarity found in IPR, so it is called the offending and original paper both were review paper on the same topic. And when it is the review paper on same topic, then it is very tough to find out whether really it has been really the allegation is true or not. But it needs a lot of analysis is needed. And when it is misconduct, this inquiry was conducted, then it was found the label misconduct. And then again, third case, third case, the Mr. X ABC, then they copied from E, D, and F, uncredited improper paraphrasing of pages or paragraph. Similarity was less than 18%. See, normally within less than 20% we ignore it, right? But when inquiry was made, then offending authors, it was found that they have paraphrased significant portion of the text from the original paper. Some of the offending papers is paraphrase the content from the original authors, and it was found the label for misconduct. Notice of violation on the offending paper in the Explore was pasted. So in the Explore, whenever anybody search that paper, you'll find there the notice of the violation. It is pasted in the red ink, right? And then they were communicated like this paper has improperly used reused content of the paper cited below. The original text was paraphrased without attribution, and this including any appropriate reference to the original authors and or paper title, right? Few other interesting cases. Plagiarism is less than 20%. Four algorithms in the paper were copied. Means plagiarism was less than 20%, which is again from the Turnitin, if you check, it is a normal case. But what was done? The They had four algorithms in the paper was there, but out of four, three were copied 100% from the original author. But it was why it was not caught by the Turnitin, because all mnemonics were changed to befool the software. See, it was clearly very well known, you know, intentionally done, the plagiarism case, just to conceal, and they were charged, right? Another case, interesting case, very recent case, connection diagram was copied from Google search. Authors wrote in the Google on some topic like uh, computer architecture, and some result was obtained. It was result given by the Google, and they just took and copied the diagram. They did not search even, actually, and authors then reply, in the reply also they cited same thing, and they did not go into, just when you right click and go to its original source, then it would give the original authors and original research paper, but they did not bother about this. Original authors then reported on this matter, and plagiarism was confirmed, and then authors were banned with putting the violation of the plagiarism, means publication on the website. So this kind of things happen, right? It is very, very painful when you get notified, and then plagiarism is detected. Normally we should always avoid first, and first most thing is that write your own paper, write your own content. You will not find any such things. If you are taking something, some portion, some information from a paper, do cite the reference, list the reference in your paper, cite at the proper place, and then you will have a very good paper. Your contribution will always be acknowledged, right? Thank you very much. And then uh, any questions if you have on this topic, this research publication? I was supposed. Hello, am I audible? Hello, Chaudhary ji.
Hello, yes, sir,
Hello,
you
yes,
are
sir, you
audible.
are audible. Yeah. So I was supposed to speak on this IEEE, also being from IEEE UP section. I am currently secretary of IEEE UP section. Everybody, IEEE is not very new organization. It is very old, and uh, now currently IEEE is having more than 4.3 lakhs of the active membership, uh, huge number of people, and they work, all work on the voluntary basis for IEEE, and you will be surprised to know that the quality policy of IEEE, that there is no area in which IEEE do not work. IEEE having more than 39 societies, 10 sections. We people come in the region 10, Asia Pacific region, which is having more than 63 sections. And then one of our sections is IEEE UP section, in which we come. We are in whole UP and Uttarakhand. Previously, Nepal was also there, part of this. Now Nepal is another section, but this geography itself is very huge. And we also have, after this R10, there is a council of the all the sections in India, and it is now 13 sections, including two new sections formed, and that is called India Council. And we here in the we all the institutions in UP and Uttarakhand are part of the IEEE UP section. It is IEEE is one of the organizations which is having highest number of standards, a lot of free resources are available, and PPTs, books, then many groups. There are 39 societies, technical societies, like Power and Energy Society, IAS, or uh, Computer Society. You take any name, there are, maybe very recent, uh, this area, you'll have some society or some group of people, and you can get, you join the IEEE as a member and get associated with those societies which are from your area. It is very nice to, a proud feeling to be part of this organization, because IEEE have contributed so much, not only this technical, humanitarian, uh, this ground also, lot of humanitarian work it is done by IEEE, even in Nepal, and many, even India, when some, in the time of some calamities, like in Bhuj, and in Nepal also, IEEE came and did their volunteering work, and then IEEE, it is having the highest number of standards in the world, developed by any professional society, professional organizations like IEEE. They, any of the work, standards, importance of standards, you can know from the fact that when we do some new work, some innovations in any area, then first we need to go for some standardization, checking with the standards, and then you'll find that IEEE is there. It has developed people from very renowned and very premier institutions, not only from India, from whole, globally, from various institutions. They have contributed and developed, came up with very good standards. And we can compare with the performance of our newly developed devices, or some guidance if we need, like for excitation model, exciters, different kind of devices. Then we get a very good reference from the IEEE. So I thanks a lot to IEEE, to platform, to provide not only platform to me. We all know we have our institute student branches in our organization everywhere, like all the IITs, NITs, everyone, they are having this branches. And with the help of those branches and volunteers, we organize a lot of events to provide a very good platform to researchers and professionals and academicians and industry people. So this is what, in very short, I can tell you. If you have any queries regarding IEEE, if you need any help, how to join, how to work, what are the volunteering possibilities, you can any time contact to me. My contact details are here. You can call me, you can send me mail. I'm always available for you. Thank you very much. Your questions, please.